There's a fucking mate of mine, he phoned me up and he says, I need you to take me to the doctors for this appointment because I've used everybody in the family and it has to be somebody different for me to get this. And I was like, what are you talking about? And I went up and he hadn't washed in 3 weeks. And he was stinking, you want to smell him. And we got a taxi and he went in to get this thing. And we were in with the doctor. The doctor was going to me, so does he do this all the time? And I was like, oh, aye. And he just stood and pissed himself in front of him. And I went, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And he was like, you always shout at me for doing this and all. And I was going, we got outside. I was like, what the fuck was happening there? What are you doing? He says, oh, to keep the money going, I have to fucking let on. I'm nuts. And I went, no, you're fucking nuts. That you actually spent 2 weeks like not washing, so that it means you're nuts. I mean, you would go, I'm not doing that. But you were like, no, you need to do that.
These ones need to think I'm crazy. Hold on till I shit myself.
Piss myself in front of you. And I'm like, you have to be like, I did piss myself before in front of a lot of people who didn't know about it.
Yeah. How come?
On stage.
On stage?
Yes.
But because
literally 3 people know about this right now.
It's one of those weird things where when you're on stage, you never really sneeze. You never you don't need to go for a piss doing an hour-long set. It's the adrenaline kind.
I did. And I'll tell you what. We were doing that thing for BBC where we set up on the barge for a radio programme.
You were reading out scripts.
We weren't even, because we got the actors in. But if you can imagine the barge, the stage is up here. And the toilets are out the door down there. So the guy that was running the night was from BBC Radio 4 and he was like, Paddy, you can't leave. You fucking sit here and in between you jump on, you do MC and you do stand up. If it's going shit, you bring the audience back up for the recording. And I was like, right. And I brought my own drink. I brought a case of Carlsberg. And I don't drink. You know what? I don't drink anymore. But the nerves that time, because it was the first sort of thing I'd done recording and all. And I looked and I was reaching in and I just kept drinking and drinking and drinking. And I reached in and I realised I drank all 12. And I went, fuck, I've dropped 12 beers. And it was in between, like, recording. And I was like, I need to get out to do the toilet. And he was like, you can't fucking leave. I told you have to sit. And I was like, no, seriously. And he was like, you can't leave. And there was nowhere to piss because you were in front of the audience. And And he was just like, right, get on the stage. And I got on the stage and literally couldn't hold it anymore. And it just came out. And it was one of them ones, I was like, I physically can't hold this in here. And I was just like, fuck it. And it just went. And I stood laughing for about a minute with the warm piece going down my leg, going, yous all know what I'm doing. And they were in stitches. And I was going, they're just all laughing at me. I'm going to have to let on. It's a bit of a set. And I have all these things going through my head, like, how do you explain this? And then I was going, right, I'll say I'm taking tablets or something. And I was going, how do I explain this? And then I went, geez, all know what I'm laughing at. And they all went, no. And I went, that's even better again.
You're lucky that doctor wasn't in the audience. He would have given you full
And it was literally,
LA.
I looked down, but I was wearing these big Italian leather boots I had, and all the piss had been inside them. So there wasn't even and here's me, there's not even a puddle on stage, but I came off stage and your mom was going to me, you are a fucking genius. How did you make people just laugh by laughing? And I was like, mate, trust me if I tell you, you'll not have me anywhere near. He was going, no, seriously, I've never seen that before. You were done laughing. And everybody started laughing. And then he says, do you know what you're laughing? And they were laughing more. And then you laughed more. And then he says, you done like a minute and a half of laugh. I've never seen that. There was just laughing. There was no material. And I says, trust me, there was material. You just didn't know about it.
You got to see this Paddy McDonald guy over in Belfast.
He's just fucking laughing. And everybody was pissing. And I was going, no, that's a fucking thing. That's a fetish. No, but then the sound guy at the end of the night seen a small puddle on the stage and went to me, what's that? And I went, I'll clean it up. And he went, no, but what is it? And I went, pish. And he went, from what? And I went, me.